and sick pouring down my clothes feel like a searing hot cattle prod against my skin. The sight of corpse in the back flickers in my vision and sears itself to my retinas, and I can't get out of my head. And even when I close my eyes and I can't get out of my head and I can't see it anymore, and I can't help but think of my own reflection and how much I resemble Noriko and the corpse girl and the corpse in the back, all mixed together in some completely fucked up hybrid of the king flesh and bone. Jesus Christ. Konnichiwa, minasan, Kaji desu. Welcome back to Corpse Factory. Thanks for joining me. Let's continue to my show. I'm more eager than usual to get the day started. When I get out of bed, I take my medication just like usual. I've been good at keeping up with it lately, sticking to my newfound convictions. I wash down the tablets with a glass of water. After getting dressed, I put on my makeup. The same morning routine, the same movements, the same actions. But I feel good today. I'm not dragging my feet. I'm happy that things are moving forward, both for me and for Corpse Girl. As I'm packing my handbag, I receive a call from Aoi. Aoi, I haven't spoken to her for a little while. In fact, the last time we spoke, I think it was way back when she didn't come into the office for her first day of work. That was nearly 2 weeks ago. Shit, I really dropped the ball. I'm supposed to be trying to look after her, but I've been so caught up with my own crap. In addition, I've been actively trying to put her out of my mind in order to get over my feelings for her. But now I feel like I've just neglected the poor girl at a time when she needs me the most. I hurriedly answer the call, too guilty to keep her waiting any longer.
Aoi! Hey! Noriko? I'm so glad you called. I've been a terrible friend. I haven't kept in touch with you. No, it's okay. Really. I've been busy. I should have called you earlier. Seriously, I'm sorry. It's okay. Did you want to talk to me about something? Yes. Well, I think so. Please, you can talk to me about anything. I'm Noriko, remember? Yes, that's true.
What does that mean?
So I wanted to ask, have you ever heard of something called
What?
Corpse Girl's website?
Aoi knows about Corpse Girl.
Yeah, I've heard rumors. Really? Wow. So does it really exist? Apparently, yeah. I couldn't find any solid information about it. What is it? Well...
How do I explain this to her? Should I explain this to her? Aoi is so sweet and innocent. Does she need to know about website designed to conjure the omnipresent specter of death?
It's all just hearsay. I wouldn't take it too seriously. Oh, but I want to know. Well, people say that you can use the site to request somebody's death. Request a death? But how? How does it work? Really, I don't know. I've heard that the victim receives a photo of their own corpse. The photo is supposedly sent from the future. Whoa. Really? That sounds like something from a manga. Yeah. Suppose it does. Have you ever used the website? Of course not, silly. What kind of person do you think I am? Sorry. Why are you so excited about this anyway? Oh, no reason. I kinda just like weird stuff like this. You do? Oh, I never knew that. You don't know everything about me, Miss Noriko.
Even through the phone, I can sense that Aoi is in a happier mood than usual. Her cheery voice gives me a sense of nostalgia, and I think back to the time we spent together in school.
Don't go using the site, okay? It's not good to mess with crap like that. Don't worry. I wouldn't use something so scary. I just heard about it and, well, I got kind of curious is all. Alright. By the way, how is everything? Are you still working at the maid cafe? Yeah. And that customer of yours? He's still around. You're not in trouble, are you? No.
A light suddenly switches on in my mind and I realize why Aoi was asking about Corpse Girl's website.
Aoi, you're not thinking about requesting that guy's death, are you? Aoi, told me that you didn't even want to get the police involved. Now you want him dead? It's not what you think, okay? If he dies, it won't be because of me, right? Then the rest of my family won't know I was involved. They won't disown me or think less of me.
I don't get what's going on with her, dude. Like, what's wrong with your family if they think that way then?
Aoi. Look, I'm not going to go ahead with it, okay? Besides, you don't even believe the site works. So...
I feel terrible for Aoi. Part of me wants to scream for her to do it, to request that asshole's death, and let me or Corpse Girl take care of him. But part of me knows that she can't handle it. She would be crushed with guilt if he really did die. She's delicate and emotional. Being responsible for the death of another human being, a family member at that, would devastate her.
Aoi, my best advice for you is to go to the police. Don't mess with requesting his death. Okay, I gotta go now.
I can see her pouting face in my mind, the face she makes when she doesn't get something she wants. She's not a childish person, but her disappointment is often evident in her expressions.
I'll speak to you soon, okay? Okay, bye.
She ends the call and I heave a sigh. I get the nagging feeling that she's going to do something rash, but really, can I blame her? Oh, she's probably gonna do it. That guy, whoever he is, has been harassing her for so long. It's only natural she'd be at her wit's end. So, if she makes the request, I'll take care of him. And if the guilt eats away at her, I'll be there to comfort her. It's the least I can do as her friend Noriko. It's the least I can do as Corpse Girl. As I resume getting ready for work, I can't help but replay the conversation in my head. Aoi definitely seemed excited about the prospect of Corpse Girl's website being the real deal. Excited, eager, filled with anticipation, the same dizzying feeling I get whenever I'm waiting for a victim's death. Waiting for a victim's death. And then it hits me, and I immediately realize why Aoi was so excited, why she called me in an uncharacteristically talkative mood. She wanted my opinion on Corpse Girl's operation. She wanted affirmation, confirmation. She wanted reassurance that her victim really is going to perish. She doesn't know that I'm Corpse Girl. She simply wanted a knowledgeable friend to confirm if the rumors are true. Because she already submitted her victim's photo to the website. She can't wait to find out if he's going to die. Throw my hand back to the floor, I grab my laptop from the bed. It's right where I left it before falling asleep last night. I boot it up and log into Corpse Girl's website. The little blinking notification that I dream about seeing greets me. 3 new requests. Wow.
3 new requests?
Wow.
How?
I can't believe what I am seeing. I quickly queue up the photos to download. Oh, whoa. Holy shit. These are the chicks from the prologue. After a few seconds, they all opened up, and I flicked through them with a dumbfounded expression plastered across my face. They're all female, so that rules out my theory that Aoi has requested the death of the guy harassing her. I suppose she really was just excited about the prospect of the website, but hadn't actually gone through with anything yet. But what really surprised me about the new requests is that I recognize one of the young women, yet another person I'm familiar with. Out of all the people in the world, what are the chances of knowing multiple people requested through the website? The girl is Emi Katsuno. If I remember correctly, she went to senior high school with Aoi, Shinya, and myself. I never liked her much. In fact, she was somewhat of a bully toward me. Nothing more than name calling, but in my mind, that's as bad as anything else. It's not hard to imagine someone wanting her dead. The other 2 victims are strangers to me. A ditzy-looking airhead with pink hair and a worn-out strained woman who could be anywhere from 20 to 40. To get 3 requests all at once is remarkable. How am I going to work through all of these? It's a shame that my operation with Kojiro isn't fully set up yet. It would be fantastic to go all out on these requests, secure some corpses, and take some truly convincing photos. Well, there's no use stressing over that. The best thing I can do is simply get to work on forging some photos. In fact, maybe I'll skip work today so I can dedicate the time to crafting these photos. It's Friday after all. It's pretty much the weekend. No one will care if I don't show up at the office. I nod to myself as if convincing my own mind that I'm making the right choice. I load up the database of the deceased. I step outside my apartment building, squinting in order to defend myself from the overwhelming rays of sunlight assaulting my eyes. As narrow as my vision is, I'm able to determine that Kojiro is nowhere to be seen. Where is he? Once again, he's making me wait. As I mumble under my breath, I hear the screeching of tires and watch in disbelief as a van pulls up outside my apartment building. Oh, what the hell? It's a beat up old thing that may have once been white, but is now covered in grime. The windows are either tinted or encrusted with dirt. To my surprise, the window on the passenger side lowers and I see some familiar faces. Next to Kojiro, in the driver's seat, is none other than Tomoe. She's waving and grinning like a lunatic.
Hey, skank!
So, how's this?
My face must reveal my fury because Kojiro flinches before I can even respond.
Where did you even get this piece of shit?
Some guy.
Some guy? What guy?
That's some guy from the noise marketplace. Only wanted $250 for it. So, here's the other half of your money back. You're welcome.
He holds up the paper bag I gave him earlier. It seems to still have a bit of weight to it. When Kojiro showed up at my apartment earlier this morning, he told me he found a great deal on the van. I had a good feeling about it, and I handed him the money to go and secure the vehicle. However, he mentioned that he needed a driver to haul it back. He asked me to call Tomoe for assistance. Thankfully, Tomoe agreed to help. Any opportunity to leave the office was good enough for her. I never expected her and Kojiro to come back driving a death trap on wheels.
Unbelievable. We're not going to die in this thing, are we?
Who knows?
It has AC! Great. Did you ask the guy if anyone has ever been murdered in it?
What do you care? It's gonna see a lot of corpses before we're done with it.
He's got a point, but I still don't feel good about it.
We're picking up corpses in this thing.
She's still in the dark, she doesn't know?
It's important. And you owe me one, remember?
That shit's gross. I don't mind driving, but come on. Ugh, whatever. As long as I don't have to touch nothing.
I'm doing the heavy lifting. Don't worry.
Tomoe leans over Kojiro and squeezes past him awkwardly to speak to me in a hushed voice.
Who is this weirdo anyway? When you said you wanted me to go pick up a van, I thought you'd put me in decent company.
Sorry. He's my, business partner.
This is all for corpse girl shit, right? Well, whatever. I'm cool with it. Just hope this dude doesn't try to cut me or nothing.
She pulls back and gives Kojiro some air.
Anyway, get in.
Huh? Why?
Going to the morgue.
Hang on. I haven't planned anything yet. You want to do this now?
If not now, when?
Any other time, after I've had a chance to get organized.
You have requests, right?
Yeah, 3, actually.
Right. So let's go get some bodies that match.
But you haven't even had time to put aside any ashes. You were gonna collect a little from each cremation and put them aside and...
Already done.
Oh,
Seriously?
Worked night shift last night. Got like 3 or 4 canisters saved
holy
up.
shit.
You said you've got 3 requests? Well, how convenient.
How convenient indeed.
But...
But this operation was your idea. You want to do it or not?
Ugh.
I'm just not ready. Kojiro thinks he can just rock up to my place and take me to the morgue? Somewhere I've never been? I have had no time to prepare myself, no time to even think about it. Visiting the factory yesterday left me feeling pretty exhausted. Having to tackle another new place today is simply too much to ask.
I told you I'd guide you through the process, right? There's nothing to worry about.
You don't understand. I've never been to the morgue before.
Tomoe shoots me a quizzical look from behind Kojiro.
You nervous? I think I understand. For me, it's the most relaxing place on Earth. My little sanctuary.
Really?
Sure. No one to talk to me, no one to bother me. Unless you count the dead, of course.
I suppose that's true.
And you won't be alone. You've got me and this chick.
It's Tomoe. Thank you very much.
Right. Sauce.
I take a deep breath and brace myself for the next thing I'm about to say.
Okay, let's go.
Kojiro is right. Everything will be okay. I need to get used to going to the morgue. It's a new place, but it's going to be an essential place. I tell myself that this is all for Corpse Girl. For me. For us. Kojiro pulls the van's sliding door open and I take a careful step inside. Ah, here's the morgue. The morgue is a lot colder than I imagined it would be. I berate myself for not bringing a sweater, but there's nothing I can do about it now. The place has an icy, otherworldly feel to it. It's depressing and clinical and devoid of hope. And then there's the stench. It's not as overwhelming as I feared it may be, but it lingers and claws at my senses. It clings inside my nostrils and mouth and the very interior of my skull. It's very easy to understand why Kojiro's clothes always smell like this place. Once the odor gets a grip on you, it doesn't let go.
Honey, I'm home.
A poor joke in poor taste, even for Kojiro. I feel like I'm going to vomit. Even Tomoe is looking a bit paler than normal. I'm surprised she accompanied us inside after she spent the whole drive over insisting that she would stay in the van.
They store bodies in here.
Of course. See all these lockers? They're cold chambers. Pretty much all of them are full. A body in each.
Fucking disgusting.
Noriko?
Yeah?
I keep things in order around here. Chambers on the left wall are cadavers due for cremation.
And what about the lockers on the right wall?
No touchy-touchy. They're new arrivals or they're being collected for some reason or other. Autopsy, funeral, etc.
Got it. So, we can only make use of the cadavers in the lockers on the left wall.
That's a bingo.
I listlessly wander over to the left wall. There must be dozens of cold chambers here, all lined up in neat rows. Some doors are slightly ajar, and peeking inside reveals that they are empty, but the vast majority are sealed tight, the occupants within sleeping soundly.
Hey, question.
Shoot.
How do I know who is in each locker? Like, if I wanted to get an old woman's corpse, do I just have to search blindly?
Nah.
Okay, then what do I do?
Come here.
I walk over to Kojiro and follow him to a large computer monitor mounted on the far wall. He taps on a little panel inset into the wall, and a shelf pops out, revealing keyboard and mouse.
Familiar with databases?
Somewhat.
Perhaps all my data entry experience at Temujin will pay off here.
It's pretty simple anyway. Live database contains the current inventory items.
Ew. Ugh. You refer to these bodies as inventory items?
What would you call them?
Well, like, they used to be real people and shit, right? Why not show some respect?
I don't understand. They're cadavers.
I put a trembling hand on Tomoe's shoulder. I want to comfort her, but the act of doing so is still alien to me.
Don't worry about him, Tomoe. He can be a bit insensitive.
He's a freak.
Wow. Ouch.
Tomoe scoffs and makes a gesture with a middle finger. I am a little bit surprised that she's so bothered by this. It's kind of funny that she holds respect for the dead, but not so much for the living.
Okay, so I can search this database for bodies that match my needs.
Yep. Just use the filters at the top. Not many categories, but it has the basics. Age range, gender, name. Not that that'll be useful to you. Actually, that's about it.
It's enough. It'll save some time at the very least.
Okay, so you want to hoist 3 bodies today, right? You said you have 3 requests?
Yeah, but this place is kind of overwhelming. I'm hesitant to bite off more than we can chew.
What's the game plan then?
How about we just take one body today? We'll take it back to the factory, work on it, and see how we go.
Works for me. Here, use the database.
Kojiro steps away from the monitor and indicates that I should use it. I rest my sweaty hands on the keyboard and feel the cold metal buttons sting my skin. A metal keyboard is very fitting for this cold, lifeless place. I have 3 requests currently in the works. I managed to get photos edited for all 3 of them, thanks to taking a day off from the office. There's Emi Katsuno, the bully I went to school with. Then there's this pink-haired girl and a woman that looked tired and worn out. I should try and find a cadaver that matches the appearance of one of these victims. I used the database's filter to search for females, and then I narrowed down the age range to young adult. There are a lot of hits, just how many people are in Tomoe here anyway? I skimmed through the list of results. Since their names are meaningless to me, they might as well all be identical. But the column of data containing code chamber identification codes is interesting. I point one of the results out to Kojiro.
Hey, how do I know what these numbers mean? This one here is 64AB. This one is number 31AA.
Ah, okay. Letters correspond to location. First letter refers to left wall or right wall. Second letter refers to top row or bottom row.
Give me an example.
Okay, this one? Number 64AB. The A means it's on the left wall and the B means it's on the bottom row.
Left wall. That's the side I can choose from, right? The body's due for cremation?
Yep,
So I could grab number 64AB if I wanted.
up to you.
But this one here, let's see, number 98BA. Could I grab that?
No. The first letter is B, so that's on the right wall. No go. Not scheduled for cremation.
I think I get it. Thanks.
I make a mental list of code chambers on the left wall that fits my needs.
I'm going to start cracking open some of these sarcophagi.
Haha. That's a new one. Man.
I hope that my nervousness isn't showing. I almost can't believe that I'm about to examine corpses in the flesh. Corpse Girl would be proud of me right now. As I walk over to the left wall of code chambers, I catch a glimpse of Tomoe. She's standing by the exit, swiping on her phone as she taps her foot. I reach the first locker I want to look at.
Here we go.
There's a metal handle on the front of the chamber. It's paired with a release button, which I gather to has to be pressed in at the same time as the handle is pulled forward. I grip the handle tightly, press the button, and pull with all my strength. A hiss echoes throughout the morgue as frigid pressurized air blows out of the chamber. The door is now wide open, revealing the darkness within the locker. I peer inside. I can make out the shape of a body bag lying atop the sliding tray inside the locker.
I thought the body would slide out automatically.
No? They just pull the tray out, like you'd pull out an oven tray.
I take a deep breath and grab the edge of the tray, then slide it out. Thankfully, the thick rollers along the bottom rail do most of the work, and once it has momentum, the tray slides all the way out of the chamber. My prize is viewed at last, a musty white body bag packed full with decomposing corpse.
Now what?
Just unzip the HRP.
What?
Kojiro rolls his eyes.
The body bag. Unzip it, but cover your nose.
I do as I'm told. My left hand pinches my nostrils and my right hand grips the tag attached to the bag's zipper. I tug the tag down and drag it along the length of the bag, and the zip makes a familiar zzz sound, and I smell the decomposing corpse and vomit on the ground and fall to my knees trying to catch my vomit and hold my nose closed at the same time. Tears well in my eyes and I can't help but cry as the stench strikes me across the face again and again, and the river of bile and sick pouring down my clothes feel like a searing hot cattle prod against my skin. The sight of the corpse in the back flickers in my vision and sears itself in my retinas, and I can't get it out of my head. Even when I close my eyes and I can't get it out of my head and I can't see it anymore, and I can't help but think of my own reflection and how much I resemble Noriko and the corpse girl and the corpse in the back, all mixed together in some completely fucked up hybrid of decaying flesh and bone. Jesus Christ. I think Kojiro or Tomoe or Aoi grasp my shoulder to drag me away from the body, but Aoi isn't here anyway, and the hands feel so strong and warm and not brittle and lifeless like mine, and not slender and perfect like Aoi's, but I get dragged away regardless, and my eyes are watering and the fluorescent light on the ceiling are magnified by my tears, and I want to tear my eyes out and get the sight of the corpse out of my mind. I've seen so many corpses over the last year. I've seen countless photos of bodies dismembered and asphyxiated and electrocuted and shot and maimed and drowned, and yet the decaying corpse in the body bag, or the HRP as Kojiro called it, is worse than any of them, and is worse than anything I could have ever imagined, and is worse than me, and worse than Corpse Girl. And for a fleeting moment, I begin to question what I've spent the last year doing. What am I doing involving myself with the dead and buried? The frantic screams of the girl resound in my ears and my eyes and my nostrils, and I think she's calling my name, but it doesn't sound like my name. It sounds like Noriko or something along those lines. Maybe Yuriko. Maybe she's calling for my sister. But my sister isn't here, and Noriko isn't here, and I'm the only one here, lying on my side on a cold tile floor and covered in warm vomit and hot tears, and I feel my body lying next to me, smiling and offering me a cup of coffee from the lovely French cafe I went to one time. I picture the lifeless corpse in my mind, smiling, calling me names like bitch queen or goth bitch or bitch bitch, basically just any senseless name she can pair with the word bitch. That word I hate so much that Yuriko used to always call me, that mother used to always call me, that word that carries so much hate and contempt, yet rolls off the tongue so easily. The lifeless corpse keeps calling me names, keeps taunting me, keeps growing out her long blonde hair, and she taunts me with her fake smile and fake eyelashes. She corners me in the classroom and pulls my hair and rips out a fistful of it. And laughs and calls me bitchy bitch bitch bitch, and screams and cackles, and I realize that she's always bullying me like this, and I hate her for it because I never did anything to her. I never did anything to Emikatsuno, but she always bullied me. But she never bullied Aoi because no one was allowed to bully Aoi because the teachers all said so. They all said she's been through too much already, but it's okay to bully Noriko or me or Noriko. That's fine, they all said. So Emi liked to bully me and call me the bitching bitch, and she liked to pull my hair out, but that's fine because hair grows back eventually, and it meant that she didn't bully Aoi, so in a way I was protecting Aoi, and that's all that ever really mattered. And the corpse in my mind isn't Emmy, but it might as well be. It might as well be her, and maybe I can make it her. Maybe the corpse can be Emi Katsuno, and if I send her the photograph of the corpse, then she might kill herself. She might kill her.
Fuck.
Jesus Christ, man. Holy shit, you give me a stroke reading that, dude. There were no punctuation in that, dude. My neck cracks loudly as I sit up straight. I blink a few times to clear the tears out of my eyes, and the worried faces of Kojiro and Tomoe appear in my vision.
Yo, you okay?
No, she is not okay.
What the fuck, Noriko?
I spit the remnants of vomit out of my mouth.
I'm fine.
You don't fucking look fine. You chucked up all over the place.
She'll be right. Seen this kind of thing before.
What do you mean?
Pretty normal to react like that to a decomposing cadaver. Surprised you're okay, Tomo?
It's Tomoe. Shit. Yeah, I'm fine. I don't like him, but I've seen corpses before.
Well, I thought Noriko had too.
Just pictures, I guess.
I'm not forgetting the carnage I witnessed at the train station thanks to Kotomi Ida. Somehow seeing a stiff cadaver in the body bag was so much more overwhelming.
Right. Are you really Corpse Girl?
Apparently.
Come on, let's get you up.
Tomoe grasps me in a sort of bear hug and lifts me to my feet.
Sorry about the vomit.
It's fine. It's fucked up, but it's fine.
Call it a day?
I put my weight on my unsteady feet and step away from Tomoe.
No. There's something I need to do.
I stare straight at the corpse in the body bag. Her face is still exposed, lifeless, expressionless. Her hair is long, blonde. I imagine her with a bit of makeup, some blush, some lipstick, some fake eyelashes.
Whoever this was, she's exactly what I need for my next victim.
Holy shit.
That worked out well.
Can we get her into the van?
Okay, I'll grab a trolley. Tomoe, give me a hand?
Ugh, if I have to.
I nod and whisper a small thanks to both of them. Still a little groggy and unstable, I make my way to the morgue door. I will wait in the van for now. I need to take a moment to restore my energy. The real work will begin when we get to the factory. You know what? I think I'm gonna say for today. I need to breathe after reading the last few passages. But anyways, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I'll see you in the next one. Matane.